If you're seeing this video, that means we survived F1 and the museum is now open. We had an amazing F1 weekend for the opening of our museum with the unauthorized History of AMG exhibit. Most importantly, we've now set a precedent that the Patina Collective Museum is here, it's in action, and we can't wait to receive all of you there in the near future. Let's talk a little about what went into the background of this. But first, we have official Patina Collective F1 merch out. So in case you couldn't come to the event and want to bring some with you or bring a little piece of Miami home with you, it's available right now.
Pick up a piece, patinacollective.com, and we want to thank everyone that showed up. Finally here, the museum is open.
And speaking of cars, there's no experience like the Mercedes Museum off State Road 7 in Lauderdale Lakes. If you want to see some of the wildest cars from the 80s and 90s, then you have to come to the Patina Collective Museum. You can check out this stretch limo that was made by Mercedes.
And we're doing a limited time period exhibition called The History of AMG, where we're showing over 45 historical AMG vehicles from all their racing history all the way to modern day.
Shortly after Amelia Island, we all sat down and realized, hey, we need to make a hard push to really get this open. You know, we've been talking about the museum for a while. We really decided now's the time to set a mark in the ground and say we'll be open by this time. With only 2 months notice, we sat down as a whole team assembled and put a stake in the ground that we would be open for Miami F1 week. We cooked up the idea of this unauthorized AMG exhibit, and with a hard push from an amazing team, Julio, Bernard, Bethany, Tomas, Steve, the whole gang here. Alvin, big shout out Alvin. William from Canada with this whole Canadian IT team. We're able to put together, I think, what is one of the most remarkable car experiences you'll ever go through as a Mercedes fan. We left people in shock, we left people in tears. People kept coming over day and day while we were open to check it out.
Shout out to our guy Abdullah, also Morgan and Liv, everyone that helped that day. Thank you so much. Everyone that came into the location, I think, was taken aback. They were shocked, they were overwhelmed. I don't think they were expecting this, Daniel.
Usually when you go to a car museum or see cars, like we said, they're laid out in a room, you kind of walk around them and check them out with not a whole lot going on. This was an immersive experience. It remains immersive, it remains fun, it remains fresh. And walking you through the history of AMG like no one else is telling it. This is really the best experience you can get when it comes to Mercedes, outside of making a trip to Stuttgart or outside of making a trip to Falterbach, to go to those locations and learn more about the cars. This is really what it's all about. If you're in a Mercedes, you gotta make it over here sometime. It was such a successful weekend that we decided now to actually open up specific days through the end of summer. So if you're down in South Florida, you're down in Orlando, come check out the unauthorized History of AMG. We're adding more cars every few weeks, so it's really an amazing experience.
The goal with this was really to kick off the museum and have a real reason and a real timeline to get the museum open for everyone around the world that's been asking about it. Many people traveled from around the world to come for the event. Thank you for spending your hard-earned money and your precious time to come see the Patina Collective Unauthorized History of AMG. In the future, we'll be opening up different sections of the museum and we'll be adding more experiences to that location.
All the prep that went into this event was insane. Planning out and laying out exactly where the dividers were, installing the multimedia experiences, getting the lighting just right. Everything had to be set in the right way. And we're gonna walk you guys through a little bit, throw it over to Julio and Bernard, talk about what it took to get this event going.
Hi, I'm Bernard. I'm the Director of Operations of Patina Collective. I'm in charge of everything that has to do with car movement, getting the cars ready for the shows, getting some cars shipped, also getting the fleet organized for the different events we do throughout the year. At the moment, I was told we're doing the event, we had only about 60 cars in the museum building. Maybe a third of those were AMGs. So the first concept was 30 cars in the exhibit, grew to 40. We ended up having 45 cars. We had to bring cars from the stadium, from the showroom, from Canada, from other parts overseas. Some cars arrived in the last minute from Japan. Every car had to go through production. And we wanted to have heritage AMG cars that have an historic relevance so the visitor can understand where AMG came from, what AMG is all about, also the projection towards the future, and see some historic cars that we never showed before. We never unpacked basically from our warehouses before. So it's the first time some of the cars got for the first time really production done. They got cleaned up, they got presented, they got archived and also researched a little bit more in depth. Right now we have about 140 in the building. We still have, I don't know, maybe another 150 cars to bring. The exhibit came out really nice. We have very limited production AMGs on the floor. Some cars that maybe they made 15 or 20 cars of, and we're very happy to have them here and be able to show them to the public for the first time. Some of the challenges we found putting this exhibit together were technical. Some cars were really not collaborating to be on the floor or wanting to function. Some cars needed a deeper level of production production in the sense of cleaning. Generally speaking, was a simple process because we had already other processes in place before that helped us enable this. We have an M117 quad cam engine, 6-liter, and also an M119 6-liter engine from AMG. Our friends at RennTech helped us restore the engines and make them show ready. The engines look beautiful, they're almost brand new. It gives another perspective to the visitor. The engine is a piece of jewelry, it's a piece of art, it's a sculpture that visitor can come and appreciate up close and see how much handwork, how much craftsmanship goes into making these engines. We're very thankful to our guests, to our friends, enthusiasts, collectors, experts that came to visit during our Formula One event. We also participated at Amelia Island, where we went to the production for 20 cars that we took over there. We were able to show them on the lawn at the Ritz-Carlton. We're honored to be invited to that event. Also at Greenwich, at the Concord of Sport in Greenwich, Connecticut, and we hope to see you all there. Looking forward to see you all here in our new museum, where we share these beautiful cars and this beautiful history with you.
What's up, guys? It's Julio, Satin Auto Details, in charge of taking care of the whole collection here at Patina. Get them ready for all the events, we get them delivered, get my hands on them, get them right. We're just coming off of Amelia Island. We had 20 cars that we had to take over there. Got all those right, polished them, cleaned them up, so they look real good for the event. Just coming off of that, we had the F1 event, which was another bundle of cars, 45 cars that we had to get ready. From the moment we got back from Amelia, I got the list of the cars that we selected to put on the floor. I just got right to it, polishing, cleaning up the wheels, getting the chrome right, all kinds of little details to make the cars look right. We just came off of the F1 event, and then we got another little bundle because we got a car show coming up at the end of the month. So as you can see right here, I got one in the process of getting done up. A little bit of what went into the whole F1 event. From getting the list, I started going around one by one, seeing what the cars really needed as far as the paint, the interior work. I made a list. I just picked the worst one first because I knew those would be the ones that take the longest. It was mostly polishing. The ones that really needed paint correction was the limo. The S65 was looking really rough. It was all swirled up, scratches, so I polished that. Light paint correction, nothing too crazy. Like a month and a half I had to get all the cars done. We're still moving into the building, so a lot of dust, a lot of little things coming off the ceiling, trying not to wipe them down and then having to repolish. Once you get like little rocks, little dust particles, anything on the car, potentially scratch the surface or swirl the surface. Pretty much just keeping up, maintaining the cars throughout. Leading up to the event, all that was a little bit of a challenge. It was 45 cars that had to be maintained. First night we had was the influencer event. One of the best nights, but one of the most challenging parts was everybody wanted to get in the cars, touch the cars. So there was a lot of handprints, fingerprints, all over the cars. The next day coming in, I went around, it was a bunch of fingerprints. Just going through all of them, making sure they look back up to par from the following night. I understand the cars look good, and people want to interact with cars, get in the cars, feel the paint and all that. So thank you everybody that came out and took the time out of their days to come and appreciate the work that we're doing. A lot of love from everybody, appreciating how good they look. We look very forward to seeing everybody come back and see what else we got in tune. Thank you guys.
Patina Museum, makeshift headquarters, a lot of people involved in the thing. We got Bernard over here holding it down. But also we have an amazing member of the team, someone that watches everything we're doing and making sure we're doing it the right way. Introducing you all to Kasia. And like I said, guys, Kasia's one of the key members of the team. Without her, things would completely fall apart. So tell everyone what you do here.
Hi, my name is Kasia. I've been working with Dan for about 3 years now, and I work with Bernard in the office, and we maintain all the operations, all the files, and everything like that.
If we have any cars we purchase we can't find a file in, Kasia and Bernard kind of rat it out with each other and figure it out. And also, she's lucky enough to receive a lot of our receipts at times as well. So thank you so much, Kasia, for not rejecting our reimbursements left and right for all of the questionable things we purchased.
Yep.
The Patina team is bigger than just what you see with me and Vico and Bernard and everyone on camera. We got great people like Kasia working with us, great people like Mike working with us. Julio is also a huge part of the team. You guys see him all the time on here. Electricians, Tomas filming, Steve out there making great content. I want to give you guys a little bit behind the scenes of people that really make an organization run. It'd be nothing with just me and Vico doing it. Key member of the team right here, all-star. We love having her around.
A lot of trial and error went into us starting the museum location.
The heavy lifting here was that we promised 40 cars for the experience. We brought 45 out. We're adding a few more to it. Everything from the Hammer, the Red Pig, history of AMG racing, an exhibit just on the wheels that AMG created during the pre-merger and mid-merger period, some jewelry in there as well. It wasn't just for people who are just into cars. Anyone in general that wants a cool experience, they really had a great time. And I think that was highlighted during our first night on Media Night when we had about 100 or so media people and influencers come to check out the museum, and they were blown away even though they're not even fans of Mercedes like that.
Of course, everyone likes cars, but they weren't that in tune with Mercedes and AMG and tuner cars, tuner Mercedes. They were just there for the vibe and the fun, and guess what? It was a great vibe. It was lots of fun. Everyone loved it. People couldn't get their hands off the cars. One of the rules is don't touch the cars, but guess what, guys? We understand these things are magnets. You just want to get in it, touch it, do whatever you can. A great experience, lots of influencers, great networking. Thank you for coming out. We had a great time. There was some drinks flowing. It was cool.
A big shout out to Taylor Shear and her agency for putting that together. It was a fantastic night in Bethany, overseeing it all. It was really amazing to see people who really aren't into cars, are there for F1 to celebrate, just super into what we're offering here at the Patina Collective with a history of AMG and a very, very different experience. All in all, success, and here's a reel of actually how that night went right now.
We took this experience very, very seriously to the point where we even imported 2 cars from Canada that were sitting there for years, the E50 AMG and the W202 C43 Estate. The E50 was not ready for the floor yet, but we had the beautiful silver C43 wagon on the floor, trying to make this experience special for everyone that came.
Big shout out to Bernard for putting the pedal to the metal on that one and getting that car over in record time from Canada. We do have a lot of cars in the vault we brought out, but we also are pulling them from all over the world wherever we could import them, what made sense for the exhibit. So big shout out to the whole team and all of our shipping partners out there across the globe. Something that people really loved about the museum layout was all the information. We had a ton of signs out in front of every car telling you about the car, the history, the ownership, and also a lot of standalone signs talking about the history of AMG, from branding, logos to their racing history. And it wouldn't be possible without our friend William at We Print Custom Signs in Tamarack, Florida. We use all of our local vendors from around us to make our friends and our neighbors happy with what we're doing there, and they're all really excited. So shout out to the whole neighborhood, the community for being involved and being really excited about this project.
Day 2 of the experience was actually a VIP event that we threw for all our friends and families and VIPs that we want to invite personally to the museum before the grand opening, which was the next day on Friday. But this was Thursday night, and we had a lot of great VIPs show up. So we want to give a shout out right now, take a little time to shout out all of our VIPs, starting with, of course, our guy, Garage 90X Greg, one of the biggest collectors of Mercedes. He's here in Miami, and he had to come by, and I think he was blown away.
Yeah, I think he really loved the experience. One thing he says he left, he said, God bless this place. So we got Greg's blessing. Hopefully we'll be doing a collaboration with him soon, walking through the museum. We'd love to do it with some of his people in Russian, for all our Russian fans out there, and our friends that speak in Slavic languages. Greg channel is amazing. Go check him out. In addition to Greg, we had some of our longtime friends there as well. Big shout out to the whole team at RennTech, especially Hartmut. Now, in proofreading our signs, we spelled Hartmut's name completely wrong. It was a disaster. All of us missed it.
Shameful.
Shameful on both of us. Shameful on Bernard's German, but we'll let that slide. But we all proofread it. We all messed it up. So Hartmut pointed out that his name was spelled wrong on one of the signs in a very kind way. William the next day woke up in the morning, opened up his shop early just to change the sign and get it right. We love RennTech. We love the team there. We look forward to having the RennTech exhibit open at some point after the AMG exhibit is finished to kind of talk about the progress of what's been going on with Mercedes tuning. The whole RennTech team showed up, and it was a great time.
Yeah, the whole team at RennTech showed a lot of love. Hartmut was taken aback, of course. He expressed his love for the museum and how...
Lars, big shout out to Lars. He was there. He showed a lot of love.
Christian as well.
Thank you to all the RennTech
yes,
team.
And please accept our apology, Hartmut, for messing up your name. We won't do it again, we promise.
Yeah. We also had our good friends, the whole team from Messi Auto, the ones that do our wrapping, our tinting, and handle specialty third-party products like 3M products that touch our cars. And of of course, they PPF'd quite a few cars for us as well. And they had our AMG cutter van. They did our DTM livery on, so big shout out to Messi.
They helped out with the other DTM 190E that we have. They put the Patina decals on there. Me and Daniel's names with our flags, of course. Thank you so much, Messi. And of course, we had our guy, Robert, and his whole team from Fender Mender come. All these people that helped create this experience by fixing the cars, painting the cars, just helping us throughout this journey. They were able to come and see everything come full circle that day. You could see it in their eyes, the joy and the pride of everything that we did. And we're just so thankful to be able to share it with the whole community, and especially everyone that helped our extended team.
Also shout out to Dent King, Kevin. He took a lot of dents out last minute for that place.
Kevin also did a lot of the dent removal on these cars when we first got them and we were just driving them around. So a lot of the dent removal was done way before they made it to the floor. But he obviously came into the museum building and did some last minute touch-ups. We couldn't do it without him. Thank you so much. Shout out to our guy Jay, always showing love to the Patina Collective and brought some gifts. Here's Jay in the museum gifting us some very, very special gift that went along with the cars on display.
My God.
Oh, wow.
Got some things for you that only belong in the Patina Collective. The first one is Hans Heyer, the driver of the Maybach car that you guys have on display here. When he drove it and signed the picture of it from 1978.
Really, really nice. That's really, really
and
nice.
also Chicken Stunts and Hans Heyer signed the when they run
Chicken
the
Chicken stunts for real?
and signed the front of it when they run.
That's amazing. I love that. Thank you.
Got both of those. It was unintentional that they were going to be displayed next to each other.
That's so cool.
And that I found both of them, and they were delivered just yesterday. They came from overseas. It took a while to get through customs, but thankfully it made it. This one's from Saudi Arabia.
So he knew.
So he knew, but it's the Red Pig vintage AMG mug. So it's got the race on the front of it.
Dope. Oh shit.
That's beautiful.
So, you see the mug? It didn't belong anywhere else.
That's sick.
From Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi.
Wow, can't believe this. Incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Of course, anytime, man.
Always appreciate you for it, man.
Together.
Chicken sauce. Chicken sauce.
Chicken sauce.
The last group we want to thank for showing up en masse was Mercedes-Benz Club of America. All their senior staff showed up, and also regional directors showed up. They were blown away to see what we kind of put together. Now we're open, we're ready to receive you, but we're all part of one community, and I think so. That's what really came through, is that people from all over. We had rappers there, celebrities, people who are close to us have helped us with these cars, close friends, people from the fashion world, manufacturing, all came together. Lawyers, dentists, doctors from all over the world love these cars, and they all found a place where they shared a common interest. Patina Collective is the home for vintage Benz culture, and we need to have you come by.
Mercedes is loved worldwide, and we saw it that night. Everyone loved these cars, girls, guys, old, young, didn't matter. Everyone appreciated it.
We then opened our doors officially the next day on Friday for all the people in town for F1. We thought it'd be most people from F1 and locals coming to visit, but we were shocked that people came from all over the world that had caught wind of what's happening, from other countries, people that flew hours to get there, people who are there on family trips that saw it was happening and took a detour on the highway, people driving from as far as Maine and New York to be there, Philadelphia, getting in a car and driving or flying to come and see the collection. People came, were left with an impression.
Yes, I think people came with certain expectations and we exceeded them. This was just the beginning. We just wanted to get the museum open and get people in there as fast as possible. We're only looking to improve the exhibits as we go on. We want to let people enjoy the experience. I know a lot of people came to see Daniel and I and the team, but it was more about the cars and about the experience and taking in all the knowledge that AMG has in this history.
Roughly 1,000 people came through from the media night all the way through the close of the weekend. Can't thank everyone enough and showing how much and how viable this thing is, and our dreams are really actually coming true, and you guys are all a part of that. Tickets are available throughout the summer and into fall before we reset the floor plan again. But right now, make your way to Florida, make your way to Patina, come check it out, and it'll be an experience you will not regret.
Shout out to our guy Pierre Hedari, someone that was with us from day one here, one of the biggest lovers of these cars, and he took his time. He went through every exhibit, he read every sign, and they were just there, reveling in all the cars. So thank you so much, Pierre, for coming, and everyone else that came, especially our guy
Junior from Jamaica.
Shout out to our guy Junior, straight from Jamaica. We're gonna cut right now to a scene of him and Daniel having a little chat. Here we go.
So I'm here with Junior Burgess, coming away from Jamaica. He came out here with the Patina Collective AMG unauthorized experience to kind of see what's going on, see the collection for the first time. And and come from other countries to visit us. So we're super happy to have you, man. Great being here.
Tell them about what you got over there in Jamaica, bro. Some special cars you got.
I have two ABCs, two two-door G-Wagons, 83 123 chassis,
Wow.
and I have a C63 2009.
Wow, amazing. So tell us about the ABCs. What are they, 124s?
Two 124 ABCs.
4 doors?
4 doors. There's one more in Jamaica. Kind of hard to get,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to get to it.
No one else tried to get to it. We'll chop you up, I promise.
What color are the ones you have right now?
One is burgundy and one is red.
Wow. So I heard they need work, but you're gonna try to get them right. Okay.
I love the work.
I'm gonna try.
So you flew in from Jamaica to see the experience
Yes,
today?
definitely.
How do you feel about what you're seeing so far?
Great. I love it. I love
Okay, good man.
it. It's more than I thought it would be.
We're so glad to have you here, man, and we hope to see what happens with your ABCs. And
Big props to you guys like Junior out there saving those cars, saving the ABCs, and doing the best you can, because if we don't save them another 5-10 years, all of them are going to be gone. So thank you.
One of them was this close to being
Wow.
totally good.
Right.
so big up the man, them Jamaica.
Big up.
All right, everyone that got Benzes out there, thank you. All right, you're gonna see yourself on the channel. All right, guys, thank you guys.
You guys have seen the opening of the museum here for the unauthorized history of AMG experience during F1 week in Miami. And now we're proud to say we're open officially to the public starting the week of July 15th. So book your tickets now. A lot of great things are happening at the Patina Collective Museum.
We're gonna be taking 10 more rare AMGs out of the archives here and adding them to the experience. Cars that have never been revealed to the public before. Book your tickets now. Do not miss this opportunity.
More than 55 unique AMGs on display here. The largest AMG display, perhaps in the entire world, is going to be right here in Miami. Book your tickets now, guys. Starting in July. Have an amazing summer, and the Patina Collective welcomes you.